Welcome to the Explainer. So, you're closing down a business in the UAE. You know, that final piece of the puzzle is deregistering for corporate tax. It can feel a little daunting, but don't worry. We're going to walk through every single click you need to make in the Amara Tax portal to get this done right.
If you're at that stage, wrapping up your business operations, then you are in exactly the right place. This is your guide to handling those last tax obligations correctly so you can close this chapter for good. So let's dive right in.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll kick off the deregistration process. Then we'll cover preparing your info, actually finding the application, and of course, completing the form. After that, it's the all-important review and declare stage. And finally, we'll talk about what happens after you hit submit.
Okay, Section 1, starting your deregistration. Before we get into any of the nitty-gritty details, let's just get you logged into the Amara Tax system and comfortable with where we're going first.
You know, before we start clicking around, let's just get a bird's eye view of the whole journey. It's really just a 5-step process, from the moment you log in to that final submission. Seeing the whole path like this just makes it all feel a lot more manageable. Next up, let's talk about prep work. Seriously, spending just a few minutes right now gathering the right information can save you hours of frustration and even a potential rejection down the line.
And look, this comes straight from the FTA's own guide, and it's probably the most important piece of advice they give. Any kind of mismatch between the documents you upload and the info you've typed in, well, that's an immediate red flag for them, and it's going to lead to rejection. Getting this right is your best defense against delays.
So the very first screen you're going to see forces you to read the official guidelines. And trust me, don't just scroll past it. You physically have to check a box to confirm you've read them. Otherwise, the system just won't let you move forward.
All right, you're logged in, you're prepared, so where is this application actually hidden? Let's go find it. We're going to track it down, click by click. So start on your main dashboard, the taxable person dashboard. You're looking for the tile that says Corporate Tax. Find the button on it that says Actions, and go ahead and give that a click.
Once you click Actions, a little menu is going to pop up. And right there, you'll see the option Deregister. That's it. You just click that and boom. In just 2 clicks, you're inside the actual application.
Okay, we are now in the form itself. And the good news, it's broken down into just 2 main sections, which makes it really straightforward to fill out. The first part is your deregistration info. And what's great is that your corporate tax details are already filled in for you, so you only need to enter 2 things: the date your business officially stopped operating and the reason why, which you just pick from a simple drop-down menu. Now here's where the form gets a little smart, so you got to watch out for this. If you select sale of business as your reason, a brand new field is going to appear asking for the sale date. But if you pick any other reason, that field just won't show up and you can move right along. And that brings us to the second section, which, by the way, only applies if you sold the business. Here, you'll need to add the buyer's details. It's easy. Just click Add Buyer/Transferee, select Natural Person, fill in all their information, and then click Add to lock it in.
Okay, the form is all filled out. We are on the home stretch now. We're at the final crucial checkpoint: review and declare. This is your last chance to catch any little typos or errors before this thing goes to the FDA.
This next step is so simple, but it is so critical. Check every single detail. Then walk away, come back, and double-check it. Remember, that declaration you're about to make is a formal, legal statement. You want to be sure it's absolutely perfect. So the system is now going to show you a final summary of everything you've entered. Read it one more time, nice and slow. When you are 100% confident it's all correct, check that declaration box, take a deep breath, and hit Submit. And you've done it. The application is in. But what happens now? Well, that brings us to our final section. What happens after submission? This part is all about what the FTA does next and what you need to be looking out for. Right away, you are going to get an application reference number. This number is your golden ticket. I'm serious. Screenshot it, save it, write it down, whatever you need to do, because you cannot track your application or even talk to the FTA about it without this number. This timeline shows you pretty much exactly what to expect.
First, your application is submitted for review. Then the FTA might approve it, or they could come back and ask for more documents. You'll get email and SMS updates on the status along the way. From there, you'll almost certainly need to file a final tax return, settle any last payments, and only then will you get that final deregistration confirmation.
Now, if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. Submitting the form is not the end of the road. Your deregistration is not complete, it is not final, until every single tax return is filed and every outstanding dirham, including any penalties, is paid in full. This is absolutely non-negotiable. And once that final step is completed, your compliance journey with this business officially comes to a close. And that's a huge milestone. It clears the path for whatever you've got planned. So really, the only question left is, what's your next chapter?